Hello everyone and welcome to Rev Sports. Alongside I have Bharat and yes, the time is here when the new era of Indian team in T20Is have arrived. Everybody was talking about it like who would be the captain? Shreyas Iyer. So many names came out. In fact, I have heard Shubman Gill's name also, but now everything is crystal clear that Shreyas Iyer, Bharat, is going to captain the Indian side in the T20Is. I'm going to ask you the question straight up. Are you okay? Are you happy with this decision of Indian team's management? Shreyas here being the captain?
Yeah, first of all, congrats to him. It's always great
Yeah.
for any cricketer to become the captain of your national side, that also Indian
Hmm.
team, because with India, crores and crores, or millions and millions of people, fans follow this game of leather and willow. So, first of all, congratulations to him. See, he has been a pretty good
100%.
captain over a period of time in franchise cricket. We all know that it is not just with Punjab Kings. Obviously, this season it didn't exactly go well for Punjab Kings over the second half of the season. But even before in franchise cricket, he's been a pretty good captain. He has led one particular franchise to a title. Obviously, he perhaps didn't exactly get the credit for that, for his leadership skills there, but still he showed his skills. I have talked to a few players about Shreyas Iyer, especially when he was the captain at KKR, and they have told me that
Yeah.
they have told me that he's a very, very good captain. Someone who's a very good motivational skipper. So, considering all that, yes, I think first of all, I think he's a pretty good captain. Secondly, maybe yeah, there have been a few problems with Punjab Kings this season, even in terms of tactics. See, in the way he used Marcus Stoinis in some of the earlier games, I didn't really like it because I'm not very sure he should be one of your main bowlers, or him
Yeah.
not using a spinner. But these things happen, especially when you start losing, when a team starts losing matches, you tend to perhaps make a few mistakes. You also need a really good side for you for to win a lot of games. So considering all that, you can give a little bit of excuse to Shai Sair in terms of how Punjab Kings performed during the second half of the season. But I think he's a very good skipper. Secondly, see Vaibhav Suryavanshi. What can I say? I don't
Yeah.
think I have enough words to describe now. I've tried enough in my copies, and then after a while I thought that words, there are what can I say, limitations to words. uh, Tried with superlative adjectives, still I couldn't find the right kind of words for him. See, Vaibhav Suryavanshi is someone who creates his own time, his own space. That's what I would tell,
100%.
because even if you look back at that under 19 World Cup, I think he played a shot against Alex Green,
World
the
Cup.
tall
Yeah.
fast bowler from England under 19. It seemed like it would be top edge to me. Next second, it was somewhere over the long on stand. So that
Yeah.
basically actually sent me into a TC. I was flummoxed looking at that particular shot. And then came the IPL. I watched a couple of shots against Kagiso Rabada. If Alex Green was bowling a hard length at 135 kilometers per hour, then Kagiso Rabada was bowling the hard length at 150 kilometers per hour. Again, I thought that he's going to get a top edge to angle David Ellery or hard length, and he smashed it down the ground for six again. So both these shots tell you something about Vaibhav Suryavanshi having his own time, having his own space. A few words on Surya Kumar Yadav as well. I think Ajit
Yeah.
Agarkar in his press conference, I will just read out to our
Hmm.
viewers with regards to Shais. He
Yeah, please
said,
go
"We
on.
have seen
Yeah.
what he has done over the last few years for different franchises. Regarding Surya, it's a tough call, but we thought it is the best way forward." So this is what Agarkar said in the press conference. I think it was the right words from him. See, India have a lot of depth as far as T20 cricket is concerned, and perhaps they had to be reckless with regard to Surya Kumar Yadav. They have given him plenty of chances. Even in the world of IPL, he couldn't do well recently. So I think it was the right
Yeah.
time to move forward. And actually, his Mumbai teammate now gets the opportunity to captain the T20 side squad.
Yes, because I really feel that the Indian team needs to move on after a certain point of time, and this management, which I have seen, it's totally my personal opinion. This management is not a management who are going to give you, 13, 50, 60 innings, right? They will not give you that. In fact, the management themselves came up and said this, that we are not here to give 20, 25 innings to a single player. We need to build the team. We need to build the team in each and every format. We don't have time. I remember this statement by the management. So overall, Suryakumar Yadav, yeah, you also remember, I guess. Suryakumar Yadav was a person, like, if you talk about him as a captain, if you look at the records, he has the most winning ratio, right? So, but again, what was his contribution? No disrespect, I am a huge fan of Suryakumar Yadav. I love watching him bat, but what was his contribution throughout his captaincy? I remember his average being how much? 15, 12, something near that. I remember his average being 19. I have followed his averages, 15, 19, something like that. It was his average. So a player like Suryakumar Yadav playing like this, it was not done. Honestly, from his side also, it was not done. If he had played a good IPL, you, me, everybody would had a few points to back him. But now the way he has performed, you don't have a single point to back him and say कि एक मौका दे देते. Yeah, like emotionally, we as Indian fans, we all are emotionally we can feel that एक मौका तो दे ही देते. But if you look at the management, they don't have time. They have to create a team. Asian games are coming up, and many things are on the line. Yes, T20 World Cup is not near, but surely 2 years will pass like this. You just blink and 2 years are gone. So they have to make a proper team. They have to build a proper team after this World Cup, which they did. And again, very very congratulations to Shreyas sir. Can you please show the squad so I can read it out again? We can read the names and Wabab Suryanshi again. I'm so happy to have that kid in Indian squad in the main side. I think he himself would have expected that after the performance he gave. The clutch thing you expect from Hardik Pandya, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma type of players, but he did clutch for his team in IPL. I think we all have seen those matches. Yashasvi Jaiswal was not up to the mark. Riyan Parag, inconsistent, on and off, on and off. Dhruv Jurel was very good, but he was a person who carried his team alone. I remember him carrying the whole Rajasthan Royals team alone, and for me, he was the reason, he and Archer, that Rajasthan Royals reached the playoffs. Otherwise, it was very difficult for them because they lost a couple of matches in between. So big and heartiest congratulations to Vaibhav Suryavanshi and Shreyas Iyer from the whole family of Rev Sports. And we are very happy to have them. Shreyas Iyer, a guy who was not in the scheme of things. If you remember the Asia Cup press conference, when Ajit Agarkar was asked, he said, "You tell me कि हम किसकी जगह लाएं." I remember that. I remember hearing that sentence from him. And now, see, time changes. But time changes.
Yes.
Anytime, it will not always be your time. It will not always be some other person's time. When your time will come, you are then invincible. And that is the thing. I think every individual in personal life also, they should learn from Shreyas Iyer. Keep working hard and you will get the fruit which you deserve. And he
Yes.
deserved it. I feel so he deserved it. So very happy to have him. But again, the same dilemma. If Vaibhav is there, you will give him 1 or 2 games. I believe so. Who are you going to drop from
Yeah.
the 11? Because Sanju, Abhishek, everybody did a good job.
Yeah, see, bilateral series are basically played to
Hmm.
experiment. So somewhere I'm pretty sure Vaibhav Suryavanshi will get a chance or two, beat in Ireland,
Yeah.
beat in England. She will definitely get a chance. May not be in the first game, may not be in the second game, where they're definitely going to play Abhishek Sharma, the likes of Sanju Samson. But somewhere down the line, after they win the series, hopefully, I'm assuming that they will do that in Ireland first of all, and then obviously
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure Vayu Suryavanshi will get one chance. So that is how I think they will build up his career, because they know that Vayu Suryavanshi is someone who is very very talented, incredibly talented. Whatever words you want to use, stratospheric peaks, celestial heights,
Yes.
because if that is how I think they will build up his career. So
We don't have words to.
expect him to fire at some point as well. Second point, I'm looking at the
Yeah.
squads. Sorry for that because my
Yeah.
eyes
Please.
went down because I was just looking at the squads.
No,
What
no.
another name I saw was Prince Yadav. So That is something
Yeah,
I
I'm
think
very happy
we
for him.
are going to discuss about him. He's done well in the IPL. Someone who showed that kind of control, not just about wickets. He might have averaged about 27, 28, but he also showed the required control with the new ball. Yes, yes. In the past, he has shown the ability to bowl Yorkers. I think the selectors want to have a look at him. So that is another point I guess we have to discuss. Prince Yadav coming in the equation.
Hmm.
His father will be very happy. I've interviewed him once.
Yeah.
Someone very innocent, his father, and someone who follows his son's game like anything. So very, very happy for Prince Yadav's family as well. And Prince Yadav himself, having
Yeah.
interviewed him, is very, he keeps it very simple. If you ask a question in two, three lines, just answer, just keep it straightforward. If you ask him about Yorkers, about batters moving around in the crease, he will tell that if I bowl a good Yorker, then the batters will not be able to score runs of it. So keeps it very simple. You can see it in his game as well. So congrats to Prince Yadav as well.
Yes, definitely. I really feel that the young kids, the young boys who are getting chances, they would be really very grateful of the chances they are getting, and also they have to prove themselves in those chances. Like obviously, and when we talk about Indian pace attack, we again T20I side is very strong. I don't think there is any doubt in that. So but apart from Bumrah and Arshdeep, it would be very good to see Harshit Rana, Prince Yadav, or players like them grooming under Gautam Gambhir or under Shreyas Iyer, doing a good job for Indian team. Because again, when we talk about Jasprit Bumrah, I also only believe on Jassi Bhai, but kab tak? That's the only thing. You have to there. The time will come when you have to move on from Jasprit Bumrah, and then when you look back, you're like, oh my God, we have big names, we have many names. There is no
Well,
doubt
that's
in
a
that,
great point.
but
See,
you have to
Jasprit
groom it.
Bumrah is the kind of bowler you get once in 60, 70 years.
Yeah, you
Maybe
will never get
once in
one like
lifetime.
him.
So I think it's unfair on other pacers as well when we compare to Jasprit Bumrah, because the kind of bowler that
Yeah,
he is, I'm pretty sure India has not produced a bowler like him from 1932 to 2026. Perhaps India won't produce a bowler like Jasprit Bumrah for another 50 years.
I
So
agree with you.
I guess it's unfair on other paces as well when we compare
Yeah.
them to someone like Bumrah.
Yeah, see, Bumrah in bowling, Virat Kohli, Rohit Sharma, Mahendra Singh Dhoni, the keeper, the captain he was, they're irreplaceable. You cannot find another player like them. But again, like there a time will come when people, Indian management will have to move on from them. Maybe it would be an age factor or whatsoever. Whenever they will think of like moving forward, whenever they will think of getting retired, so that would be the most important thing to see, that after Bumrah, who would be the person. I'm not saying anybody can be Bumrah, but yeah, like the bench strength should and it has to be strengthened, so that it would be easy for Indian team only, nothing more than that. So I think that would be very important. And again, Prince Yadav did a very good job for LSG. Yeah, their team finished at 10th position, but again, he did a good job. I'm happy for him. Well, if you could read the squad, or the squad could be shown on the screen, it would be great, so we can tell it to our viewers also, and we can read it ourselves also. If we are missing any name, it would be great to read the squad also, because I think it's very important so to see who are the other people who are getting chance. And about again, Shreyas Iyer, Vaibhav Suryavanshi, the more you talk, the less you will feel you have talked about them. So I really hope that both of them do a good job. Shreyas Iyer again, I hope and I pray that he got an opportunity. He does a great, good job. He bats well. He captains well. He did win the title for KKR in 2024. Me as a KKR fan, the kid in me was very happy in 2024, because I really waited for KKR to win for 10 years. I waited for 10 years for the third trophy. And, he brought glory to Kolkata Knight Riders. So, he is a person who can do anything. He can take a team like Punjab to the finals. Delhi, a team like Delhi, they have a great team. But how many playoffs they have played? So, he took a team like Delhi to the finals. They have played only one final, and it was under Shreyas Iyer. So, when we say Shreyas, when we take the name Shreyas, jitni तारीफ की जाए उतनी कम. As simple as that. If you ask about me, but I really like. Do you feel that Surya Kumar Yadav, could have given, like they could have given him one chance in one series or something like that? Like I've heard many people saying that removing a captain who has won the T20 World Cup for you in your home conditions, it's a bit in an emotional way. Obviously, analytically, I don't think many people are going to back him, but still, do you feel like he should have given a chance, a single chance in a series, in any series
See,
which
I
are
will
coming?
put it in this way. India has a lot of depth. When you have so much depth,
Yeah.
you have to be ruthless. I will give you an example. In 2001, my favorite cricketer only, Markov, was dropped alongside his
Oh.
twin brother Steve after one bad series, one bad tournament against South Africa and New Zealand. Both of them gun players. Before that they were doing well, but just one tournament, one bad tournament, both were dropped. And we're talking about two cricketers who played for Australia for what 17, 18 years, 13, 14 years,
Yeah.
15 years, and then they were still dropped. So India have that kind of depth in T20 cricket now, so they can look forward to dropping Surya
Hmm.
Kumar Yadav, and that's what exactly they have done. And finally, you first pick the 11 and then pick the captain. You don't go the other way. England might have done it in the past, some ages ago, when I remember somewhere in 1952 when England toured India. Suddenly, from nowhere, they made Donald Carr the captain. He only played two test matches, and I think in one of those test matches, he was the captain of the England team. But that was England's way of doing things. They did it with Mike Bradley as well, but I don't think it really works. First, you pick the 11, and then pick the captain. So if your captain is not good
Yes.
enough to get into the 11, then drop him. See, Surya Kumar Yadav, have great respect for him as a batter, T20 batter. I think he kind of revolutionized India's T20 batting in the sense that uh, that was a time when it felt as if Indian players were looking at strike rates of 130, 140,
Yeah.
115 T20Is. But with Surya Kumar coming into the equation, suddenly those strike rates went up to 180, 190, or on those lines. So I have a lot of respect for him, but over the last 1 or 2 years, it's not just about those lack of scores, but if you look at the way he was batting, even the IPL, he was not able to play those shots down the ground or the mid-off region. That is his trademark shot.
Yeah.
Surya Kumar Yadav, yes, you would know him as a 360-degree player, but when he plays the short or the mid-off region, that is when you believe Surya Kumar Yadav is in very good touch. When he tried that stroke a couple of times in the World of IPL in 2026, he almost got out. So that's an
Yeah.
indicator that I don't think he's in good form. It might be due to wrist problem, it might be due to something else, but this is Surya Kumar Yadav, a pale shadow of his former self. And at some point of time, the selectors had to take a decision. I will just reverse it by asking you a question about the
Yeah.
kind of depth that India have in T20Is. I'm not thinking about Test cricket, but if you look at the kind of depth that India have in T20I cricket or T20 cricket, it feels as if they can pick even two sides, maybe even three sides. A purple cap
Hmm.
holder from 2024, 25, let it be Sai Sudarshan, Prasid, they don't have any chance of getting into this squad. So, if you want to explain a little bit about the kind of depth that India have in T20 cricket.
See, that amount of depth Indian team have in T20 cricket, it's like, as I said earlier, that you can make three different teams and you can make them play against three different teams and you can win all the three matches. As simple as that. You have that much depth. About Prasid Krishna, he's a good bowler, hit the deck bowling he does. But again, I feel
Just took
he
his name. I
he
just took
turns
his
out.
name because of the kind of depth. I just took that as his name as an
Yeah.
example. That's all.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, obviously. Like Prasid Krishna, there are many names. Like there are many names which are there. If we start taking the names, then I think the next day will start also. There are so many names in T20Is. But when we talk about Prasid Krishna and the players like Harshit Rana, they are good players. There is no doubt in that. They are very good. And but the problem is that they are hit the deck bowlers, and I have seen them play for India and getting into a bit higher economy. Matlab, things like that. And about, in fact, if you talk about bowling, batting, both, I have seen Akshar Patel also getting dropped from the T20. I said from the 11. Like I'm not talking about squad. I'm not going there. But from the 11, if you remember the India versus South Africa match in the World Cup, we lost that match, and Akshar Patel was not. Akshar Patel is, I believe, currently in white wall one of the best spin all-rounder for India. I believe so. That's my point of view. Jadeja, like I feel in white wall, he currently he is doing a better job than Jadeja. I feel so. So he got dropped. If a player like Akshar Patel can get dropped from the 11, you just can think of a name. Abhishek Sharma. I remember there was so much chatter about Abhishek Sharma during the World Cup that he is not scoring runs. Drop him, drop him, drop him. Inko hatao. I have I have heard it ample of times. So we as a spectator, we as a journalist can say these things easily because we know we have backups. We have Yashasvi Jaiswal for opening. In fact, we have Ruturaj Gaikwad also can open. Like we have so many openers that we can create a different 11 out of openers only. Indian openers. We have so much depth in the opening. So, the T20I depth in batting, in bowling, pace, I would say, you need to see a bit. You have to, create more options in pace because pacers are usually, I've seen, they're a bit of injury prone. So it is very important, you create backups. You have names. Again, I will repeat, you have names, but you have to train them also. You have to train a backup of Hardik Pandya. He's also very injury prone. You need NKR to perform each and every time he gets a chance. You need names. You have names, but you have to train them again. So that is the thing. And in fact, in this squad only, we have three openers. Indian team has Ishan Kishan, Sanju Samson, Abhishek Sharma, and also the fourth one would be Vaibhav Suryavanshi. He's also an opener. So the thing is, the amount of players Indian team have in the T20Is, not going towards Test, not going towards ODI, but in T20Is only. It it's like when you talk about Indian teams and T20Is, they sound invincible. That who will defeat them? Which team can, just at least do a counter, give a counter to Indian team. It's that difficult for any team to counter Indian team. The way Indian team has played World Cup, when I went out after India won the World Cup, I heard many people saying that Indian team is so strong that anybody could captain that team. Anybody could captain. I have heard these conversations and I was like, respect the captain a bit. But yeah, like I have heard people saying that anybody who had been captain this team would have won the World Cup. It was that easy for Indian team. Indian team was that favored. So you agree with that fact of like many fans talking about it? Like I have also heard like Gamble ko bhi captain banate to bhi jeet jate. There are many things because Surya was not scoring runs. You can't help it. You have to hear things like that. I, as a journalist, was not happy with that statement, but I have heard it. So do you think that if anybody was the captain of this particular side, which played the T20 World Cup 2026, we would have won that?
Oh, not completely, but to some extent it could be true. To some
Yeah.
extent it could be true. Again, I will go back to history. You might think that I'm going back to the dinosaur
No, no,
era
you
again.
please.
Joke,
No, no,
joke.
please. Please.
Anyway, I have the habit of making these PJ jokes. See, Ricky Ponting, he was a successful captain during his time. Australia won a lot of World Cups, but then all those great players went away. Then that 2010-11 Ashes happened, and suddenly England won that Ashes without McGrath, without Warren. Suddenly Ricky Ponting looked like
Hmm.
a very frustrated captain. It happened when Australia went over to India as well. Over a couple of series, they lost. The last two Ashes rubbers. Suddenly Ricky Ponting didn't look like that magical captain without McGrath and Warren. So to some extent, I would agree, but still, there's a place for a captain. Not just
Obviously.
in, yeah, you can say that in 2026, you can say that backroom staff takes a lot of decisions, but still, you need a good captain, a motivational skipper, and I think Shai sir fits that bill well. Surya Kumar Yadav also did a very good job. But having said that, as I noted, you first have to score runs. You have to first take wickets, and then only you can get into that playing 11. First select the playing 11, and then select your captain. So that is where I guess Surya Kumar Yadav lost out. But I just saw that question about Rajat Patidar. I'll just add a line or two in it.
Yeah, yeah, please
See,
go on.
Rajat Patidar is someone, an incredibly talented cricketer. I followed him over a period of time, over 10 years, 11 years, not just in the world of IPL. But somewhere, I don't know what exactly it is. I would have picked him. I don't know what exactly it is. Maybe it is because he failed in that test series against England, but that's a completely different format. Something that doesn't convince the selectors. He's a very good player of Spain. He's a very, I think he's an underrated player of fast bowling as well. Something that the fans don't exactly see. Maybe the selectors also don't exactly see that fact. I think he's a very good player of both fast bowling and spin. I would have included him, but I don't know what exactly is the reason that doesn't convince the selectors. So I think it's a little bit unlucky. Again, You could say that if I go and ask the question to Ajit Agarkar, he would tell you that you can only pick 15 players, and that's
Yeah.
too much depth. As far as fast bowling is concerned, see, I'm pretty sure. I think they're not convinced about one player just because he's done well in one season. That is in relation to Karthik Tyagi. Before this season, he
Yeah.
had not done well. If you notice, he was averaging well over 40. It was only this season he did well. It is like
Mm.
picking Prasidh Krishna based on one good IPL season, where obviously he did well last year, where he picked 25 wickets. This year also he's picked 16 wickets, but based on one or two
Yeah.
seasons, I don't think they will pick fast bowlers. I think they're picking Prince Yadav because it seems like he's more of a little more of a complete bowler. That's what I feel so. Although he didn't take the kind of wickets that everyone expected him to, he still averaged 28. But he looks like more of
Mm.
a complete bowler. Maybe they want to see more of Karthik Tyagi to see how he does in the Syed Mushtaq Ali Trophy, how he does in a Vijay Hazare Trophy. Karthik Tyagi has been injury prone over a period of time, over 5 years. He has changed his section 3 times in a row, 3 times over 3 years. So maybe they want to see his fitness as well, and then I think they will take a call. But India have the fast bowlers. They just need to stay relatively fit, and also I think the coaches at the center of excellence or wherever they need to map out their workload management, and also perhaps look at their biomechanics in terms of where they can perhaps tweak slightly in relation to their actions if it needs to be done. Maybe they also have to look at their mindset. So I think it's over a period of time, Indian fast bowlers might come through the ranks, because usually, if you look at India's history, barring Jasprit Bumrah and maybe to an extent Kapil Dev, even if you include Srinath,
Yes.
Zaid Khan, all these fast bowlers took time to understand the nuances or the mindset required to bowl at the highest level. So maybe I think it will take a little bit of time for the Indian fast bowlers to come through the ranks.
Yes, because Jasprit Bumrah, I think a player, a bowler like Jasprit Bumrah, who had made an habit, like we as a spectator, we always think Bumrah is here, he will take 1 or 2 wickets in the power play. We are used to that. You can say that आदत बिगाड़ दी गई है. We always know that if Bumrah is there, you will get wickets no matter what. Even if you make him bowl in Antarctica, he will take wickets over there also. He's that kind of bowler. Seriously, he's that. So that is the thing. Like, it is very difficult to produce a bowler like Jasprit Bumrah in the future. I don't see, no disrespect to any of the youngster. I hope they do a good job. But again, I don't see any player. Yes, I will go. Who is like, who is a bit of like Jasprit Bumrah too. He is a different beast. He's a different player. And again, the thing you said, once in a generation kind of player he is. Sachin
Once
sir
in a
and
lifetime.
Jasprit Bumrah,
From
players like
Indian
this.
perspective,
Once in a lifetime,
from
yeah.
Indian from
Yeah,
Indian
I
perspective,
agree with you. Yeah, it's once in a lifetime. So I think it is very important. Again, spin. India has good spin attack. Varun Chakravarti, again, he's a good name. Kuldeep Yadav, you have Akshar Patel. He's a great spin all rounder. You can groom more. You can groom more players. You can groom players like Manav Sutar and Harsh Dubey. You can groom more players from domestic. It's not that much, but yeah. So that is the thing. And yeah, Vaibhav Suryavanshi's family we have a bite from Vaibhav Suryavanshi's family. So I would request you to play that. Just we'll just listen what they are saying about their star kid, wonder kid. It would be very interesting.
एकदम आगे
Yeah.
भी जी 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 सिर्फ वैभव का ही नाम बोला जी जी एकदम एकदम अब अच्छा आपका योगदान उसमें बहुत महत्वपूर्ण रहा है जी 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 और माँ बाप का तो बच्चा जो अपना कर रहे हैं उसके बाद भी हमारा क्या देखते हैं बच्चा बहुत मेहनत किया एक और
Okay, so yeah, his father is very happy, and I feel very happy when I see videos and bites like this. I feel very happy. I feel very happy for each and every player who have grown up in a certain, middle class and in that kind of family with less help, and then they turn out to be like this. I feel so happy when I see things like that, and yeah, God bless that child, and I hope that he brings more and more glory to the country. Not any pressure on him, obviously, but yeah, I believe in him. I think the amount of belief he has gathered in this age, it is like beyond normal. I can't remember any other player who was that this young, and we were sitting and talking like he will do a job, he will make us win the match, or he will make us win the trophy. So very good, very great job. And but Bharat, according to you, who will be the player in spotlight in these upcoming series? Shreyas Iyer or Vaibhav Suryavanshi, both the names are very important, but still, according to you, who will be the spotlight? Who will, steal the spotlight? In the,
Hopefully, I can hear my voice. Suddenly, I think I
yeah,
lost
yeah,
my
yeah, I
internet.
can.
Anyway, I'm back.
Yeah,
As far as Vaibhav, I think it would spotlight would be definitely on Vaibhav Suryavanshi, if that was the question, because I think suddenly I lost my
yeah,
internet.
yeah,
So Vaibhav Suryavanshi, the spotlight would be on. Saban, he's everything going for him. If you're going to smash 150 kilometer per hour hard line delivery down the ground for a six, then obviously even the fans, experts, whoever it is, would be stupefied by watching that kind of a stroke play. So a spotlight would be on him. The spotlight would be on obviously Shai Sayer. A lot of spotlight as well, because
yes,
remember he might be the greatest captain on this planet or whatever it is, but he was outside the setup. He was outside the setup.
yes,
Suddenly he's become the captain. So a lot of eyeballs would be on him. Critics also would be watching him. It's not like on this planet Earth, everyone would be saying good things about Shai Sayer. There would be fans, there would be maybe franchises of rival franchises who would be watching Shai Sayer
yeah,
to see how he captains the side. So a lot of eyeballs would be on Shai Sayer's captaincy as well. See, finally, one has to understand that you might be a very good captain, but still, you need your team to perform well. You need your players to execute
100%.
their skills, and then only you will go on to win the match. But still, he's a very good, he's still a good skipper. Doesn't scream much, doesn't shout much. He's quite calm. In the world of T20 cricket, you need that kind of a captain, because it can get really tense at some point of time in terms of maybe super over or whatever it is. At that point of time, you need to be very calm. Uh, and we have seen in the past that Shai Sir is a pretty good skipper in that sense. So hopefully it will come good for him. But again, from my point of view, I would also be looking forward to some other names, like say Prince
Yeah,
Yadav, if he gets a chance or two. I would also be looking forward to someone like Shivam Dubey, how he performs, because he didn't exactly have a good time in the IPL, I believe. So there would be a few eyeballs on him as well. But again, these are all
yeah.
what can I say, the nuts and bolts of the Indian team. Main spotlight, I guess it would be on Vaibhav Suryavanshi and obviously on Shai Sair, because as I noted, he was outside the setup and suddenly
Yeah.
he's captaining the T20I setup.
But honestly, I don't remember what I was doing when I was 15. I was unable to solve maths problems, and I used to get hit by my mother and things like that. I really don't remember what I was doing when I was 15. Like, the thing that little kid, that youngster has achieved, it's really beyond normal. No comparison, but last
Joking.
person
I remember what
about
I was
whom,
doing. At
yeah,
the
yeah,
age of
please.
15, once got scolded by my social science teacher for not bringing that class for three days. For 3 days. That's the one
Wow.
thing.
I think everybody
Just
has
joke.
the same thing. Going to school, getting slapped by parents or teachers, something like that, and giving that lame excuse, copy ghar pe chhoot gayi, things like that. I think everybody was doing that thing only, but I'm very proud. I really feel very happy when I see a player like Vaibhav Suryavanshi, because the last time I heard about a youngster, making so much of chaos all over the world, it was Sir Sachin Tendulkar, the greatest of all time, the god of cricket, the last name, who was young and who at that time, when there was no social media, nothing, a hype like that, and obviously he proved everything right. So after him, I think, if I'm not wrong, Vaibhav Suryavanshi is the name, after like so many years, which I am hearing, and which is getting so much of praise. But again, the thing is, like Shreyas Iyer, no doubts, he's a great captain. We'll see what he does for Indian team. But do you think there would be some or a few chatter in the dressing room? Because again, the player who was not there. Okay, so these are a few visuals these are the few visuals from Vaibhav Suryavanshis, I think, uh, area where he lives, I think, the part. And yeah, so these are a few visuals. And yeah, Shamikda is here.
Srishti,
Sudisha is also here.
Srishti, give me one. Please give me a minute. I'm just hooking onto this
Please, please.
earpod and just.
Yeah, please, please, please. No issues with that. So yeah, Shamikda and Sudisha have joined us. So we will also talk to them about all the things they have been hearing in the press conference. So that would be very interesting to know for the fans and everyone. So Shamikda, straight up to you without wasting any time. You were there in the press conference. What are the key pointers which you heard? Please walk us through that.
Key pointers. First of all, I mean that Shreya Iyer would be the new T20I captain. That was one of the worst kept secrets as far as Indian cricket is concerned until the press conference
Hmm.
happened. And at the press conference, Ajit Agarkar, Mr. Devajit Saikia, the business secretary, he made it official. Surya Kumar Yadav is no longer the captain. Yadav has lost his place in the India team, and the biggest headline act is from this today's press conference is Vaibhav Suryavanshi has become the youngest Indian cricketer since Sachin Tendulkar to get into the Indian team. That is the big news. I will give some more updates regarding injuries. One
Hmm.
update I want to give that Virat Kohli has Virat Kohli is ruled out of the ODI series against Afghanistan, and Yashasvi Jaiswal is his replacement. And regarding Rohit and Hardik Pandya, those updates I will give. But coming back to your question, Srishti, I mean, obviously, like Ajit Agarkar said, he had a conversation with Surya Kumar Yadav. The decision was taken. They wanted to move on, and the next cycle, basically Surya's form and Shreyash's case, the way, quote unquote, Ajit Agarkar, the way he led in the IPL in different
Yeah.
franchises, and also the way he has performed with the bat, everything combined. I mean, it has tilted the balance in his favor. And we have a new vice captain also, which is Tilak Verma. Tilak Verma is the new vice captain because if you look at the World Cup, Akshat Patel was the vice captain, but now Tilak Verma, and these have been already that Shreya should be the captain, Tilak could be the vice captain. Uh, the majority of the media outlets reported it. The majority of the media outlets. One more point that Shreyash Iyer joined today's selection meeting online. He was not here.
Okay.
He was not present here. I mean, he joined the meeting online.
Okay. Okay. So, very good updates from Shamik Dawes. Sudisha, I will come straight up to you. Are you like satisfied with the decision Indian team management made, about making Shreyas Iyer the new T20I captain, or you think that Surya Kumar Yadav would have get a chance in a series or something like that? Are you happy with the decision?
So, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Please
Okay.
speak. No
So,
problem.
as a fan, as a Surya fan, definitely I'm not very happy with the decision.
I can
But again,
understand that.
Srishti, before Sudisha says something, I tell you,
Yeah, please.
Sudisha and I are at the two different corners at one today. We are at the two
we can
different. We
actually
are
hear
at
the sound, the
Oh my
fans.
God.
two different corners at the Wankhede. But Wankhede, I mean, we have
God,
been here since morning, and we have put out the visuals also. So now over to
yeah.
you, Sudisha. Your and
God
Sudisha,
bless you
the
both.
way
It's so hot over there.
and the way we put out the video, and we put out the video, the selection video.
Hmm.
We recorded it right. Surya Kumar Yadav, Shreya Iyer, Vaibhav Suryavanshi. Everything is spot on. Now go ahead, Sudisha.
Yeah, so I was saying, as a
Yeah,
fan, I
please.
am not at all. I'm very hurt. But then again, I'll say what Gautam Gambhir said in the recent videos that was uploaded, that the decision is completely on the base of which playing 11 is going to be best for our team. And not the
Yeah,
point is not who are we removing, but the point is which playing 11 is going to take our Indian team ahead. And Indian cricket always has the luxury of having multiple and ample of options whenever there is a selection that has to be taken. Again, the decision is based completely on individual performances. So yeah, if we look at the angle that we saw individual performances we saw the numbers, we saw directly the decision, then yes, the decision could be fair. But if we look at the leadership part, we won almost
Yeah.
40 of the matches under Surya Kumar's captaincy, right? So I feel like when it comes to leadership, when it comes to captaincy, when it comes to taking the team ahead, Surya has done a phenomenal job. And if they would have looked at the perspective of who could be a better captain, who could be a better leader, I don't think Surya would have left that position, or Surya would have people would have taken that position away from Surya. But then yes, the whole decision was based on individual performance, and
Yeah.
the replaced captain Shreyas Iyer is definitely has done a pretty good job. He has scored almost 604 runs in the IPL, and again IPL also played a very important role in the whole selection process. So yes, if we see if we look to that perspective, it's definitely fair. But yes, as a fan, we are a little hurt. We
I
wanted to
can
see more
understand.
Surya's captaincy.
I can understand. I felt the same way when Rohit Sharma was removed from the captaincy. So yeah, I can totally understand that. But yeah, these are the visuals of Ajit Agarkar, so a good decision.
Srishti, I give you a few more updates because I have to switch
So
over to
you're on
Bangla.
mute.
Please, please, please,
Sorry.
please,
I have to give you. I give you.
please, please.
Ajit Agarkar
Hmm.
said he had a conversation with Surya Kumar Yadav, and he said it was not a straightforward decision. It was a difficult decision because Surya is straight from winning the World Cup, and I mean, Surya as a T20I batsman, of late he has lost his form, but overall as a T20I batsman, he has been. I mean, he has been a revolutionary as far as T20I batting is concerned in Indian cricket. So he said it's a tough decision, but uh, they are looking forward to the new cycle. The new cycle is starting with the Ireland and England series, and it will have that cycle. Will have the 2028 World Cup in Australia, New Zealand, and also the LA Olympics. So all combined, they are looking forward, and they are doing their that they have taken the best decision as regards Indian cricket. As far as Vaibhav Suryavanshi is concerned, Ajit Agarkar said that he has sort of picked himself the way he played. The way he played. I mean, after that, it was. I mean, selectors basically Vaibhav Suryavanshi forced the selectors to take him. So that is the thing. And Mr. Devajit Saika, the business secretary, said he would be. I mean, we know he is a very young player, and we'll see everything is taken care of. So that was also that's what he said. Number three, the news point I wanted to give you. Um,
Hmm.
Hardik Pandya is already at the COE, and
Okay.
Rohit Sharma will join the COE in the next few days, according to Mr. Devajit Saika, the business secretary. And regarding their participation in the ODI series against Afghanistan, it will be based on the fitness clearance they received from the COE, and that will be based on that. Number two, Virat Kohli. Ajit Agarkar said, I still don't know the timeline, but we are hoping that he would be available for the ODI series in England. But don't put words on my mouth because I mean this is we haven't received any feedback from the CI
Hmm.
medical team yet to give you a proper timeline. So these are the updates I wanted to give you. Overall, this is a
Yeah.
new I mean sort of a makeover for you can
Era.
say
Yeah.
for the new cycle, new captain. Tilak Verma is the vice captain, and interestingly, they have picked a very strong squad for the Asian Games also, which clashes
Yeah.
with the home ODI series. And Jasprit Bumrah is not part of the T20 series in England and Ireland, but he will be there at the Asian Games. And he, as Agarkar said, T20 cricket, Jasprit Bumrah's game time will be managed. So these are the updates here from Wankhede Stadium.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Shomikda, for all the updates. And I think we are done with all the conversations. We listened to all the point of views about Shreyas Iyer, about Vaibhav Suryavanshi, and also about Prince Yadav. Many congratulations to him also for getting
And yes,
named in the yeah.
Regarding Prince Jadhav, Ajit Agarkar said it is down to his domestic performance, and he is a bowler who can perform under pressure.
100% because I think Indian team needs to produce more of pacers. They need pacers in every format. It would be very interesting to watch him play. We have to see that how he is going to perform. But yeah, all the updates from Shomikda. Thank you so much for giving all the updates to all the fans and viewers. That would be it for now. For more such updates and shows and news, keep watching Rep Sports. Thank you so much for watching.